Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for episode 6 of my favorite show this season, Kujira no Koro wa Saijo ni Uta, or Children of the Whales. Though I say it's my favorite show, it does have some pretty stiff competition. This is a pretty stacked season. There are probably 20 shows I'm watching, and of those 20, I friggin' love maybe 8 to 10 of them, and really, really enjoy pretty much the rest. There's only maybe a show or two that I'm not really that into and I've fallen kind of behind on. But yeah, other than a show or two, this season's great, and even among this great season, this is my favorite show. Though Hoseki no Kuni and Shoujo Shumatsu Ryoko in particular give it a real run for its money up there at the top. But either way, let's talk about this episode. It was a really kind of what the full series has been so far, sort of slow character building, which I really like. I like sort of artsy series that have a different art style, that take chances with stuff, and this show does that, but also shows that are really story and character focused, even if it doesn't mean constant comedy or constant action. Now, constant comedy and action can be really, really good and really fun, and I enjoy that as well, but slow character-driven shows, unless they're so slow that it's boring, I really respect the effort and work put in. And that's what this is, because every episode of this, I'm saying it's a slower build and it's all character development, but when it comes to content, it doesn't feel boring, it doesn't feel like we get enough content. It feels like a lot happens every episode, and that was this. A lot happened. The entire episode was just 4 days, they're training, they're preparing for Skelos' attack, but within that sort of framework of all they're doing is training and preparing, we got a lot of good character work and stories there. So let me go through my notes and discuss some of the little notes I took here, little bullet points. But either way, they're training to prepare for the attack by Skelos. And I feel really bad for the kids, because we see, one of the first things we see are just these little kids learning to fight, and the little siblings that Chakuro lives with learning to use bows and stuff, and it's just really sad to imagine them fighting, and imagining after seeing the first sort of interaction they had with Skelos or whatever, after seeing that first interaction, I can only imagine a lot of people that I don't want to die are going to die here, which bugs me a bit. I mean, bugs me probably isn't the right way to put it, but you know what I mean. Some of the girls got closed together for Lycos. There are 4 days left until the attack. We see Elder Rasha, and we are told that apparently Elder Rasha is one of the newest elders, and that she hasn't really been around to much of their meetings and stuff. It seems like she may be sickly or considered sickly by the members of the Mud Whale. She lectures Suo on, if these people go, if they live and die, this is all going to be because of the decisions you made. And he's like, yeah, I've come to know that I have to accept that. They're all going to die at my command, but at least this way, not everyone's going to die. Like the one guy that was in the room said, I don't even remember his name, was it Rikuba or something like that? Or Kuriba? That's not right. But yeah, whatever the dude's name was that was always with Taisha, I like where he brought up, it's a better plan than the mass suicide that was the Elder's only plan. Again, mass suicide just being a dumb idea. We have a backstory for Nibi and Oni, which I thought was really good, and because we had it, I was like, oh god, now Nibi's gonna die. Whenever you have a scene that really focuses on a character you haven't had much focus on, or you get a good backstory for one of them thrown in there, it's like, oh, they're going to die. So yeah, backstories don't usually signal great things. Suo gives a speech before the battle the day before. The workshop dumps some sand on him from their sand-throwing machine. And basically they have the big sand fight there, and sand returning festival feels. Then we see the captain and Sienna, who's supposed to be his wife, and he's just a complete dick to her and shows no emotions. He says emotions are overrated. So it's interesting to see the way Captain Eyepatch works, the way he's part of Falana, but he's kind of got a sort of idealistic view similar to the people of the country that are attacking them, where he kind of doesn't seem to like emotion very much. He says it just makes things worse. We have this chick shows up. She says that Neri has returned to Falena. Her name is Emma, and she meets Chakuro, talks to him, says that she'll tell him all of Falena's secrets if he returns alive. So now we have just still questions of what Neri and Emma are, but it appears as though they're children of Falena at some point, and the way she says, hey, when you come back, just make sure you can all live here together forever. It kind of makes me think that, yeah, maybe they are children of Falena or parts of Falena or whatever, and she needs them to stay on the island to keep Falena alive. Like, if Nus Falena needs anything, it's for those people to continue living on the Mud Whale. Because if they leave the Mud Whale, go to the mainland or some other country, then there's no purpose for her. She doesn't have them to protect her from being killed, and she also has no real purpose. She's just a ship floating out in the sea of sand. So that's what I think this is all about. I think Falena's probably going to be helping out that group of people because it's a mutually beneficial relationship. It keeps Falena alive here. Because Falena's of no use to that other country. They would just kill Falena off. Falena can't absorb emotions and be used as a battleship. The best use they had of it when they did have Falena was to use as a prison ship. So, yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that. Anything after that scene? There's a sandstorm before dawn. We find out that a team is being sent during the attack. They're going to sneak onto Skylos or Skylos, whatever, and try to sink it. Members of the team include Genshu, Chakuro, Lycos, and Oni, and the bald guy that's part of the Bowel Moles too. I think he was a part of it. And it feels like a lot of people are going to die in this coming time, and I'm just so unprepared. Then we meet, what was the name? Tokusa. I think that's what I've written down. Yeah. Tokusa is the leader of their squadron that's going to be going in and infiltrating the place. Nibi meets them right as they're about to leave on their boats and says that he wants to go with them, and then Skylos shows up. And this makes me think, Nibi, we just got your backstory. Now you want to go with this team and help to take down Skylos. Nibi has got death flags all over the place. Now, I'm hoping he doesn't die. I don't want anybody to die. But just death flags all over the place. So yeah, thought it was a great episode. I really loved the focus on each of the characters and building their stories up. Just seeing the little things, like Lycos talking to those girls, making clothes that are sort of making the clothes so that they're things she can fight in, seeing the way she's dealing with having emotions, and then on the Chakuro side of things, seeing how he's still broken and messed up because of losing Sammy. He's still planning to do all of this in her name, and the way that he has had these interactions with Neri and wanting to protect Falena and protect Hope and see this through to the end. All of that with Chakuro has been good character development for him. Same with Oni, showing how much he has sort of come over time to care for the Bowel Moles, and how he just feels like, almost it feels like with his character, he feels like no matter how big his world is, he's still trapped in it. The idea of it not being infinite is he just feels like he's trapped, whether it's the cell, whether it's the island, or even the mainland. Once he sees what kind of a brutal place it is when they're attacked, it seems like the world just is not big enough and it's terrible, and he's still trying to overcome that and make peace with that with himself. So yeah, I like what they're doing with a lot of the characters here. Anything else? Yeah, I'm just really excited to get to the action and see the fighting and stuff. I think that's going to be really, really cool. And though I'm excited, I'm very much not looking forward to all the people I like that are going to be dying here. But yeah, as a score, I'd give it 9 sand fights out of 10. I thought it was really, really damn good. Loved the episode, loved the show. And that's it. So either way, like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more of this show and the other ones I mentioned earlier. And much more on the channel. Lots of anime, manga things. So anything else, follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there, or talk to you there if you really need me to. And if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask and I'll give it to you. You can talk with me and others about the show there. Mostly me, probably. I don't think a ton of people on our Discord are actually watching this show, but I talk about it at least. So yeah, either way, that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.